bad movies getting good sequels. Like, that's a new genre these days. Like, seriously. Usually bad movies come out and they make sequels which no one is excited for, but they're good. It's kind of weird. Annabelle Creation is directed by David F. Sandberg and it's the prequel to the shit movie called Annabelle, which is the prequel to The Conjuring. And this movie basically tells the story of this dollmaker and his wife. They welcome this orphanage and a nan to their house. And 12 years before that happened, their daughter died in this tragic accident. So they put spirits inside this doll, which is Annabelle. So this is basically how Annabelle doll was born. And 12 years after, when they're in the orphanage, shit happens when this girl unlocks the Annabelle doll. This movie, I was excited because David F. Sandberg directed this movie, and he makes some really underrated movies, especially this movie right here, Lights Out. That movie is a really good movie. I think this movie is a very underrated movie. I think this is one of the most original horror films I've ever seen in 2016. And like my favorite horror films of all time are the Conjuring movies. I love the first Conjuring movie. I love the second one a bit more in my opinion, but they're both really surprisingly good horror films, and I can't believe they're now making a Conjuring Universe. They're going to make the Nun movie coming out next year, so I'm pretty much excited for that. But then we have a shit movie called Annabelle that came out in 2014, which that movie was probably one of the most disappointing movies of 2014. I was excited for that movie, but that movie is directed by the director of Mortal Kombat Annihilation, so do you expect anything good from it? No. So I know it's going to be bad. But this movie, I'm excited because this movie looks like it's going to improve more from the first Annabelle movie, and it did. I think this movie is a really good movie. I think this movie is very underrated as well, like Lights Out. But I think I like this movie more than Lights Out in my opinion. I'm just going to say that. This might be my favorite horror film of the year in my personal opinion. I haven't seen Get Out, so I'm not going to count that. And I haven't seen It Comes at Night, which I'm actually pretty interested. I have to see that movie someday. But so far, Annabelle Creation is my favorite horror film of the year. Let's start with the biggest positive I could give this film. And I think the biggest positive I could give to this film is the scares of the film. The scares are really effective, really clever. Like, usually David S. Sandberg did well scares in Lights Out. But the problem with those movies is that most of the scares are from the trailers. And the trailers basically spoiled most of the scares of the movie. Not all the scares. There are actually some new scares in the movie which did make me jump. Still, even though it wasn't a trailer, in the theater, I was still jumping at those scares. The scares were still really good. Let's talk about the cast in the movie. I love the cast in the movie, especially the girls in the film. The girls that probably stole the show, one of them is Lulu Wilson, which I think she's great. In fact, she's actually from A Ouija Origin of Evil, which is another movie that is better than the original shit movie. So it's kind of weird that she's good in those type of movies, but she did a great job in the film. But I think the girl that stole the show is Tilda Bateman. I hope I say your name right. I think she did a great job in this film. I think this is a girl I mostly root for most of the time in the film. I think she did a really good job. This is her first film, I think. I'm not that sure. I haven't heard from her, but I think she did a fantastic job in this film. What I also love about this film is, like every review I have to say, is the cinematography. The cinematography is just like how James Wan would imagine it. And the cinematography were fantastic in this whole film. It looked nice. The shots were very not shaky cam like always. It's basically long shots. And the shots, they took the scares very slow with its cinematography. And it makes me shake the whole time when I watch this movie. Do I have flaws with this movie? Well, I would say some of the scares are mostly in the trailer. Which I would say that they showed a bit too much in the trailers a bit. But, guys, I just want to talk about the end credit scene of the movie. Yeah, there are end credit scenes in the movie because it's a Conjuring Universe. I'm going to spoil that actually because I just cannot spoil it. The end credit scenes are awesome. So I'm going to put the spoiler alert thing on the bottom. You can move the video until it's out. I will take it out. Or if you've seen the movie, you can keep on watching. Put the volume as loud as you can. If you don't give a shit, that's fine. It's your choice. But let's talk about some spoilers. And let's talk about the end credit scene of this movie. The first end credit scene, I would say, is the shot where Annabelle is just standing there. Like the other Conjuring movies, it shows the ending of something happening. You think there's a jump scare happening, but it has that dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it has that with Annabelle. And I always thought there's going to be a jump scare happening, which I hate that. Like, I hate in the first Conjuring that the ending's like, oh, something's going to pop up, isn't it? bang! Oh, okay, it's just blackout. And this movie does the same thing. But what I love most is the second end credit scene, which I'm going to talk about that now. My God, it was great. It says in some church. It has this tagline by 1952. I forgot what it says, but I remember it says 1952. And then you see some lights blinging out. And you see someone walking towards us. And it was the Nun in The Conjuring 2 because it's setting up the Nun movie coming out next year. My God, she looks amazing. You don't see her full body, but you see like her face. But I think they did that end credit scene so well done. Like, you don't know what's happening, basically. You don't know what's happening, and then you see her, and you're like, oh, it's her! It's her! So, guys, the spoiler thing's gonna come out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang. Overall, guys, I think Annabelle Creation is a really good horror film. I actually was surprised more in this movie. This improved a lot from the first Annabelle movie. David Sandberg, I reckon you should make more films because your films are fun to watch. They're all good to watch. I'm going to give Annabelle Creation an A. Yeah, a bit of a high rating, but I don't care. It's my opinion. I freaking love this movie. So, guys, have you seen Annabelle Creation? What do you think of that movie? Comment below. Let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. And have a nice day.